Good afternoon, Utah. Happy Thursday or happy Friday Eve. We got in the latest drought monitor today, and even though Utah is still in a very bad drought situation, we're still making very minimal progress, but progress is progress at this point. So last week we were talking about a quarter of the state, about 25% of the state being in the exceptional drought, which is the worst drought out of all the categories that we have, but now it's down to 21%. The rest of it unchanged, but again, progress is progress, and we might actually get a little bit more help here over the next couple of days. But for today, with your weather headlines, we get more high heat. We'll be near record territory once again, more smoke, but the relief is on the way. And that also could come with rain chances really starting tomorrow, lasting into the upcoming weekend. But for today, we get more times of patchy smoke, and that's going to lead to continued air quality issues. Basically from Ogden south and then east of the Wasatch, it's going to be unhealthy for sensitive groups. And then in the northern corner of the state, it's going to be moderate air quality, and that moderate air quality will also be in the southwestern part of the state. Changes, though, they are on the way. The high pressure that's been keeping the smoke here and also been keeping our skies dry is now working more down to the southeast, and we're watching a system that's coming in from the Pacific Northwest. That, combined with moisture that's now beginning to work into Utah, will help not only cool us off a little bit, it'll also help us get some of that smoke out of here, and it will also possibly help bring in some higher rain chances. And we'll talk about that coming up in just one second. But you can actually start to see some of those changes on some of our live cameras. Here's the view from St. George overlooking the Red Rock, and that's more cloud coverage than we've seen in a little while. For the most part, anytime we've seen anything that looks like that, that has just been patchy smoke, but that's actually cloud coverage moving into St. George, and that might help keep the temperature 1 or 2 degrees cooler compared to what we saw yesterday. Meanwhile, at Alta, it's a beautiful view. There's definitely some haze in the sky, but with a little bit less smoke, that's really going to allow the Wasatch Front to warm up more than yesterday, and we're going to go with a high of 97 degrees in Salt Lake City. The record high for today in Salt Lake City, 95. In St. George, a high of 103. The record high for St. George, 104. So we'll be knocking on the door, and there's going to be plenty of 90s across the Beehive State, with even higher elevations getting into the middle 80s like in Park City. So as we take you through the watching your weather for you, we're going to see some of that moisture move in the southwestern corner of the state. An isolated storm can't be ruled out. They could produce some gusty winds, something to keep in mind. But as that moisture continues to increase, we could be looking at isolated showers and thunderstorms across the Beehive State into tomorrow. But as we move through the weekend, the moisture levels will start to drop. But I think there will still be enough moisture for isolated showers and storms on Saturday, mainly in the higher elevations. Then we're drying out through the rest of the weekend. But for St. George, hazy with a slight chance for today. Temperatures will kind of hover near 100 degrees through the weekend, keeping a slight chance through your Saturday. Meanwhile, on the Wasatch Front, hazy today and hot, and record heat for that as well. Hazy with a slight chance on your Friday, scattered showers and thunderstorms a possibility on Saturday, with the best chance being during the first half of the day, keeping a slight chance of rain through Sunday. Then we're drying out, keeping near seasonal temperatures into the early stages of next week.